Welcome to the debauchery. We have such sights to show you.
Here's Johnny!
All you have left is my desire for you.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Welcome back to Fright Flick FMK. I'm Jay.
And I'm Joe.
That's right, motherfuckers. Y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. That is the sis. That is the sis-in-law is on the show this week.
Yep.
And hey, sis-in-law.
Reluctantly, but I'm here. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
I'm excited to do it.
Hey, I was, when this movie came up, and like the other day when we talked, and I asked you, I was like, would you want to come on the show? Because I didn't know if it was like something you'd be interested in doing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like my favorite fucking movie ever.
Hey, and so when you start, hell yeah, I'll do it. And I'm like, well, fuck, man, we're gonna do this. And then once we decided to do it, the wheels started turning in John's head because John is the mastermind.
I know.
And so just a little heads up, people, here's what's coming. We got a 3-part series about to go down. We're going to cover 3 movies. Here you go.
Yeah, there we go.
This is
hopefully y'all can see that.
Yeah.
It's coming up. There we go.
Tonight, those 3 movies right there: Jungle Holocaust, Cannibal Holocaust, and Cannibal. How do you say it?
Ferox, like rocks, like on the rocks.
I like saying it like at an egg, like Ferox.
Pinky out.
It's like pinky up.
I thought you were like pinky out.
Yeah, pinky up, like Cannibal Ferox. Like a. So that's the plan here. The next 3 weeks tonight, well, this week, as you're listening to this, we're going to be talking about Cannibal Ferox, pinky up. And then next week, me and John are going to we're going to be doing Jungle Cannibal. Is that the name of it?
Jungle Holocaust.
Jungle Holocaust. Shit, that's right. I've been Googling the wrong fucking shit all day. I thought it was fucking.
Pull up a fucking thing. Where the fuck's this movie?
Yeah. I've been Googling Jungle Cannibal.
You had it close. Like one of them is called the Cannibal Holocaust. The other one's Jungle Holocaust.
Yeah.
And then you have Cannibal Ferox. So yeah, it's easy to kind of get tongue twisted between these 3.
Yeah, I had them all merged together somewhere in there. So
you were technically still right.
I was in the ballpark, damn it. I was in the ballpark. So next week's episode, me and John, and then the following week 3, me and Jamie, who I've co-hosted with her before. We're going to be doing Cannibal Holocaust, and then on week 4, we're going to have us a foursome, people.
Yep,
a foursome.
4-way.
4-way on the shit show. We're doing a 4-way. Me, Jamie, Joe, and John.
Yep.
We're going to break down which one of these 3 movies we would rather fuck, marry, or kill in that order. But each week leading up to that, we're still going to rate each movie. Like tonight, when me and Joe talk about Cannibal Ferox. I don't even like to put the X at the end of it. I like it. It's just like spirit fingers Ferox.
Perfume commercial.
Yeah.
Cologne commercial.
Like I didn't even like when you said Ferox, I'm like, that's not right. What is she doing? Oh man. And so it is so fucking cool to have you on here. I was like super happy the other night when you was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was kind of like, really? I was pretty tipsy.
Invite, man.
I was pretty tipsy that night when I called y'all, so I thought maybe I'd imagine that shit.
No. When you were talking to John and he brought up that he had just seen it, I was just like, oh shit, yeah. And that's when I kind of go in my usual rant that, Cannibal Ferox is like the very first horror movie I ever got to watch. Like I was like 3 years old. My dad had taken my brother for his birthday to go rent whatever movie he wanted for him and like 2 of his buddies, and he was significantly older than me, and he had chose this movie that night. And how my dad devised it is like I was going to go to bed early, they were going to get to go watch it, and then he also put this wingback chair just in the doorway, but you could still get underneath it, obviously. So that's where I ended up. I waited until like all those parents had went outside. There was no adult supervision. They were too engrossed in the movie looking forward. I snuck out of my bed, army style, and fucking got up underneath that chair and watched the entire movie. Lo and behold, right before the credits were about to get good, I start backing up. And I literally look up and there's my dad. He's like, "Oh, you should be in bed." And I went, "Oh, shoot," and ran off to bed. But then after that, like I was always kind of diverted towards the horror movies. Like that was always a big deal for us, is like going and renting movies and games and stuff. And it was either I was renting a video game or I was renting a horror movie. So yeah, no, obviously this is like one of my all-time favorites.
And I feel like kids nowadays, they miss out on, man, y'all just don't understand how hot a Friday night was. Mama ran you to the local video store and
Yes.
you going on a Friday night. You know, you had the whole weekend. Mama rolls you in on a Friday night. You get to pick a movie, a video game. Like back then, we had the Nintendo, man. We looking for the next hot thing on Nintendo, like, or either go like you going into the Blockbuster on and just walking the aisles and just y'all like, man, I wish people. It's
The
sad.
nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
It's like you could find, it's almost like you could find a treasure that nobody else could find because you could physically hold it in your hands. Whereas now it's like, the digital consumption, it's kind of like you search, you find, you watch, you consume, and it's not as much of a, I guess, like an experience or a ceremony of like kind of finding that next new like great horror movie.
It is. And like I said, I feel for all you youngins out there.
Yeah.
That you're not ever going, because we will never go back to that. We will never go back to that. Just, man, Friday nights were just awesome.
That was the shit. Yeah. And
like,
especially if they sent out a flyer that previous Tuesday about like a good deal, like rent one, get two free. Like you knew where you're going to be at come Friday, and you knew what you're going to do all weekend.
Yep. And those were just some good times, man. And now it's just, now everything's all digital now. Now you just Google, like, I want to watch Cannibal Ferox. It fucking tells me where to go watch it. Like, I'm not having.
Is it streaming anywhere right now?
I just watched this on Tubi. It is on Tubi.
Man, Tubi's like, fuck yeah, man. I like Tubi. Whoever the fuck is curating for them, like, they are the fucking shit. They need to pay them more money because they do not shy away. Because there was some horror movie on there that I did not anticipate. I think you had told John about it, and then we went and watched it. I think it's like a little boy, and like his brother is like the serial killer. He finds out.
Remember.
Okay, this is why. This was what we was talking about earlier. It's like sometimes his Rolodex is so necessary.
Yeah. John is the one that's got all the. He's the Rain Man in the family. The one that can just remember all types of weird shit.
Yeah, I think you called it the touch.
Got the shine, people.
The shine. You never said you called it exactly the shine.
John's got the shine. He can just sit here right now and just start spitting off shit, and all I can do is nod. Like I know what the fuck he's talking about, but I don't.
Yeah, like, I'm amazed. Like I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
You're awesome, and I'm going to forget everything you just told me 5 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fuck, it's been forever.
Yeah.
Since the STD days, and that's why I was super excited when you said you wanted to come back on, that you would do a show with me. I even hit up some people like that were, that follow the Fright Flick show because of STD. And I hit them up today and I was like, oh, guess who I'm recording with? And they're all like, oh, tell her I said hey and all this stuff. So what's new for the people who pop in? What's new for the system?
Oh shit, man!
I know you got some news. I know there's some news.
There's a lot of news. So yeah, we got finally, we kind of like shut down stuff for a little while. Things are still kind of in hiatus. Like we're not really sure, but we got the house sold, got moved down to Myrtle Beach. I took on a new role. It took up a lot of my time. The newest news is that we're actually pregnant with baby number 4.
Yes, the new news. There it is. Baby number 4, people.
Baby number 4. Yeah. No, it's been kind of nutty. Yeah. So we kind of kept things hush hush, and because so last year I had 2 miscarriages. It's not like the boohoo kind, y'all. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, I've spoken openly about, like, I've had a lot of like reproductive issues the majority of my life, and I'm cool with that. Like, I just know it's my body's way of saying you can't do this right now. So I did have those 2 miscarriages last year. So when I found out I was pregnant, like in almost like February or March, we kept it really hush hush because I was like, I'm probably about 14, 15 weeks. I've miscarried up to like 16, 17 weeks. Like, let's just play as close to the chest. Let's not get hyped up. Like, let things have their natural due course. And then now I'm here at 23 weeks. I'm like, all right, so I guess we're good. We can start just telling everybody, yeah, we're pregnant with baby number 4. It's a girl, and her name is Dizzy Riley Rollins.
Hey, I fucking love it. Like when John hit me up last week, it was like talked about it, and I was like, that just came out of nowhere. And I was like, and then once he told me that they already had the name, you already had the name, and I was like, well, if they already got the name, they already know it's a girl.
Yeah.
And to find out what the sex is, it's got to be so far along to know. And so I started doing some mathing in my
That's dangerous, Jay.
It is. It is. I had to take a break when I was done, but I'm mathing. I'm like, wait a minute. So they've had kind of like known the possibility, So I was like, and I told John, I hit, when he sent it in the group chat with like me, my dad, and Patrick, and I hit him up, and I was like, hey man, I said, you, Jonathan, of everybody in this Rollins family, you have the goat of sperm, like the goat, like MVP, the goat, like your sperm.
Fucking 4, man.
Yeah, your sperm. They know their assignment, like they know the task.
They understood the assignment completely. Yeah, they always have.
Like, you've gotten to the point where he could look at you and knock you up at this point. Like, holy shit, dude.
I have a friend of mine who's just like, y'all have been together almost 20 years. Like, what the fuck y'all still doing having sex? I was like, I don't know who that's more of a character flaw for, so I'm not gonna respond.
I asked him when he told me about y'all having number 4. I was like, dude, did mama never have the talk with you? Did you not know where babies come from? Do you know how this happens? Let me
to hear him talk about, like, when, because we met in high school and everything, to hear him talk about how y'all's mama was like, no, he knew what the consequences were. That's why he shied the fuck away from it.
Hey, we were terrified. Like, I was scared to have sex back in the days. Not the getting pregnant part, not all the other shit. I was scared of mama. What could it be?
Mama beat my ass.
Yeah, mama's going to beat the brakes off of me, if I go out and put my dick in something. I was terrified. But hey, super.
But yeah, I'm sorry we were late on I guess telling you. We were really late in finding out too, like what it was and all of that, because like my appointments kept on getting delayed. But this is like number 4. I'm like almost like, this is a fucking cakewalk. Like, fine, y'all reschedule me. It's fine. We'll figure out when we figure it out. We had a girl name and boy name figured out. We didn't give a shit what it was. They want to send me for genetic testing because I'm a geriatric mom, because I'm north of 35. And so it took forever for me to even find out what the gender was. We literally, the same day I think he sent the text was actually the same day we found out. Okay. So yeah, and you're supposed to be able to find out like between 18 and 20 weeks, and I was already like 22 weeks along when I found out. So I'm just like, this is almost gonna like walk out with his fucking diploma. This is fucking number 4. Like, this is a fucking cakewalk. Like, it's all good.
Yeah, it by number 4, it's almost kind of like, it's almost like changing underwear at this point. It's just kind of like, fuck it. You know, it is what it is, you know. And and the cool thing is, you know, Zuzu just, you know, y'all just gonna hold on to some shit now. Like, hold on, Zuzu, we're not getting rid of that now. Now we're going.
Nope.
So
Nope.
it's
Not
like,
well, as long as she doesn't just fucking destroy everything. She's the nastiest fucking kid out of all of them. I thought because I was gonna have a girl, I was gonna have this really clean child. No, exact fucking opposite. Like, so if some of those clothes make it fantastic, I don't know if they will.
oh, Zuzu, she just like fuck it all. She like fuck that new bitch coming. She ain't getting my shit.
No.
You're like, no, she ain't getting my shit. Damn it, mama. I'm gonna fuck it up before she gets here.
Absolutely.
That's
Jealous little ass.
awesome. That's awesome. So congratulations to,
Thank you.
you know, number 4 on the way. Number 4.
Thank you.
So y'all finally gonna Google protected sex after this one gets here?
I think if this one doesn't like come out ripping everything out with it, I'm gonna go ahead and have the doctor take it, and then John needs to go get it just to make sure.
Hey, yeah. Y'all need to double tap. Like you need to I don't know what they do to ladies. I don't know if they like burn them, staple them, stomp them, whatever they do.
Well, they're supposed to cut, tie, and burn. So like full tubal ligation. So same as like when y'all get snipped, like they're supposed to like snip, twist, and burn those fuckers. So it can't ever heal back. Now it doesn't say that it can't happen. Because I'm pretty sure that like that's where Jonathan came from.
Jonathan is a reconnect baby. Jonathan is that you know, Pop had that shit snipped and they found their way back together.
Yeah. And that is why I say I need to make sure that I get taken care of, dude, just so that we don't like pop up at like 48, like, oh, we'll do another kid. Like,
yeah,
we're already gonna be too old for this one.
Yeah, because John's got them Superman sperm. Them little fuckers will break through.
The teamwork to rebuild the bridge.
Yeah. The doctor be over there sewing that shit up, and the sperm and Jonathan will be looking at him, going, "Look at this bitch! Look at this bitch trying to sew shit up. Like we ain't gonna break through that." We are the fucking Superman sperm. We're getting through that shit. So
yeah, no, he's gonna go get fixed. We're both gonna go get fixed. 4 is fucking enough. Anything more than 4 is just pure fucking insanity. No, done.
Yeah, because I got fixed back in like many years ago, and I joke with Jess now, and the joking people I joke, y'all hear me talk, so don't. I may say some shit on here, y'all be like, "Oh my God, investigate him." Look, I told Jess, I said, "You come up to me one day joking like I'm pregnant, I said, I want to kick you down the stairs," you know.
As somebody who's currently pregnant, it would be very dangerous for that to happen. Find that fucking hilarious.
But now people I joke now running off grabbing up the FBI and shit, having them go because this motherfucker, you know, don't take this. It's just me joking, you know. But seriously, babe, I will.
That's real love.
Yeah,
we can threaten homicide.
Yeah, love you to death, babe, but I will kick you down the fucking stairs.
Hi, Jess. Don't get pregnant. I don't know.
No, she told me to tell you, hey, and you know when I got on here today, and so there we go. But hey, like I said, congratulations. You know, keep the Rollins going. You know, keep
the name strong.
Yeah, keep it going. You know,
I'm doing it with my loins.
Hey, praise the loins. Instead of praise the Lord, we're praise the loins.
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
My mama right now is looking down on us, frowning.
I know. Oh God, I can hear it now.
I know, right? I can hear it right now, like Jay.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, have mercy. I can hear it now.
Oh yeah. She's looking down right now, like Lord, look away.
Please don't judge me from them.
Yeah, don't pay them kids no attention. She's trying to take the blame for it. Like that's my fault. Did that? That's my fault. Holy shit! But Holy crap! When you said that earlier, like just how long you and John have been together, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, 2006. So yeah, so 18. We just hit 18 years. Yeah, so
It was
18 and a half.
before that though.
Huh?
Y'all were together before that.
No, we were just friends. We actually ran the same circles in high school and stuff.
I got the finger up at sis right now because I joined the Army in 2005.
Uh-huh.
And were y'all just fuck buddies back then?
You know what? Actually, he had a fuck buddy back then. I know her, not gonna name her. They split up. I had broke up with somebody, and that's how we ended up like kind of like getting together. But yeah, um, we did hook up with him first night, but we were fuck buddies before we got together.
Cause I could have.
I totally spilled the beans.
Hey, you know.
It was that sure love of movies that actually got me back to his place. Oh shit! So we come full circle.
Full circle here. We don't just talk about horror movies here, people.
We talk about fucking.
Hey, we get some straight up Maury Povich type shit going on at some point, you know, some Jerry Springer. We get to the bottom of shit around here because here's fuck, we're recording. I don't know if I can't go down this damn rabbit hole right now. Shit.
Hey y'all, it might not be about Cannibal Ferox tonight.
At this point right now, people, we are not talking about Cannibal Ferox right now. we're breaking down we're peeling back some onions right now. We're trying to figure out what
old ass.
Just when did you become part of the family?
Technically, we think around January 27th of 2006.
Okay, that makes a little more sense then because I left for the Army in like September 2005.
Okay.
And so it was somewhere. Okay.
Now, were you on that like snowboarding trip for John's 21st?
No, that's the time they played that joke on Mom.
Okay, so that was him and Jacob.
That was them two. That was
okay. Yeah, it was just right before then is when him and I had first gotten together. Right before his 21st birthday.
Mm-hmm. Some reason I thought you was around before then.
Well, I used to so John used to run with a set of twins, and I actually used to date one of the twins. So we actually used to run in pretty close knit circles. So we knew each other in high school. He came over the house and stuff. We crushed on each other in high school too. Never talked about it. And then out of the blue, but a mutual friend of ours actually got my phone number. And the dude actually gave it to him. And I remember when John called, he was like, "Hey, is this Chris?" And I reckon I have a tonal thing. I'm really good at picking up on people's voices. I'm not so good as like remembering their names. I can just hear familiarity. But the moment I heard his voice, I was like, "Is this Jonathan Rawlings?" And he's like, "Yeah, how did you know that?" I was like, "I don't know." And yeah, so pretty much we've been together almost ever since.
So the sound of his voice got you more.
Oh shit! Probably, I don't know. He was in a band back then.
Hey, I get it, dude. He was rocking it out back in the day. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt. The sound of your voice made me moist. And then I'm gonna put y'all's anniversary on it or some shit. Send it to you.
Fucking perfect.
Oh yeah.
I'll make that into a custom pillow for my bed.
Hey, that's fuck a pillow. That needs to be the blanket. That needs to be the whole thing. The whole bed. The sound of your voice made me moist.
The white towel. Yeah, braided white towel.
Yeah, or a towel. That'd be good too,
Voice coitus. What a towel. Put that on it. Oh shit.
Holy fuck. People, I swear we're going to get to the movie. We're going to get there. But hey, I knew, having you on here, and I wanted to be able to just, and like I told you before we started, I don't have a script. I like for it to be free and just get on here and wherever it goes, and I totally enjoy catching up with you, and me and John get on here, and God, it was forever before me and John. It seemed like forever. He finally came back and was able to start recording, and I fucking loved it. And quick question though, before we get into it, will this hopefully this will not be our last time doing this.
No. I'd like to
Okay.
get a little back more into it because I have a little bit more free time on my plate these days, and we still consume a good bit of horror here. So why the fuck not? It's fun as shit.
Hey, because everybody knows on this shit show, I never have a plan normally week to week. The fact that I can give you a heads up right now of what's coming the next 2 weeks, y'all should count your fucking lucky stars, people. So if Sis here comes up with a movie anytime, and you be like, "Hey, I watched this. You want to talk about it?" Hey,
it's on.
Hey,
yeah, why not?
We're
Yeah,
gonna jump on here and talk about it because, like I said, it's already and here on this show, people, we're not here to please the masses. I'm not focused on what the next hot, big, popular thing is. Here, I don't give a shit. It's just like I had somebody just started following me on YouTube like last week. And people when they have like YouTube stuff, they don't ever put their real names a lot of times. And this dude's name, I don't know if it's a dude or a girl. I don't know because his picture is of like a horror picture, so I don't fucking know. But it's like all I remember the title is like "You Don't Know," and I don't know if that's the name. If it's like "You Don't Know Me," I don't know. But either way, earlier today he hit me up. She up. They hit me up. Look at me.
There you go.
Look at me being politically correct.
I know they're coordinating pronouns. Look at
you. But just a little FYI, I don't give a fuck about your pronouns around here, bitch. I will call you what the fuck I want to call you because we don't please to the masses here, people. I say what I want to say.
I work in HR.
Yeah, hey. We don't need no. Hey, put that HR shit outside the room. We don't need that shit up in here. I don't give a fuck what your triggers are, people. I'm here to talk about movies and have a good time. But they recommended a movie to me earlier. I can't remember because I don't have YouTube pulled up. He recommended like this. It's like a 1980s horror movie. And I told him, I hit him up, like, hey, man, I'll check it out. Because, hey, last week's episode or the week before, I talked about Exist, the Bigfoot movie. That was somebody else on YouTube reached out and like, hey, man, you ever watch this? Would you talk about it? I'm like, well, fuck yeah, Hey, when y'all give me suggestions, that's less stuff my brain has to do, people.
Less work. That's nice.
Less work, exactly. Y'all give me an idea. I'm like, bam. I don't have to think about shit this week. That's one less thing on my plate.
Hell yeah. No, especially if you haven't done like an Indonesian like deep dive yet, like I'm totally fucking down for that. And then if you ever want to get into like the old school 80s slashers just for the fuck of it, like some of those are some of my like all-time favorites as well.
I just had one came across my Instagram. Her name is Christy. She had just starred, not really starred, but she's in a horror movie just came out recently. It is I wish I could remember the name of it. It's called Slaughterhouse something. It's a 2024 flick, but this thing is free on Tubi. It's on Tubi. But this bad boy screams that old school slasher type feel. And
yeah.
Let me see. I gotta look for it now because it's gonna bug me. Just say, oh yeah, it's on Tubi, people. Slaughterhouse on the Hill.
Oh yeah, okay.
Everything about it screams kind of old school, cheesy slasher type shit.
Oh yeah.
That's on my watch list for the weekend. But
yeah, no. I love that era because of like all the special effects and everything, like all the practical effects, like. It's like where the craft really got honed for me. I don't know. I love the 80s movies.
Yep. And that just like we're talking about this week, people, Cannibal Ferox. Like a 1981. It's like 1981. Yeah. And I'm same way like you just said. It is. I love the fact that like you have to stop and think. Like this is the fucking 80s, and they're
Yeah.
coming up with these effects and the stuff they do. You know, now
Yeah.
it's
On
easy.
the fly.
It's all
Yeah.
CG now, all that computer bullshit.
Yeah.
But so Cannibal Ferox, pinky up, Cannibal
Happy hour, bitch.
1981. We're going to hit quick little IMDb type shit. Three friends set out to disprove cannibalism on a trip to the Amazon jungle where they meet two men trying to escape a vicious cannibal tribe. Which when I read that, I was kind of like bullshit because these motherfuckers wasn't really cannibals until y'all pissed them the fuck off.
Right. Until you became the enemy, they really weren't cannibalistic.
Yeah. And this one, I will say, I just watched it for the first time maybe 2 weeks ago because I'd hit John up because he had showed me the new DVD that he got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's got all the extra shit. It's like the Grindhouse release.
Yeah, and it's like a super cool. And he sent me that. And I was like, man, I haven't watched it, and so I found it and watched it. And then the other day when we were talking, FaceTimed you and John, and then asked you if you come on here because Jonathan mentioned it's one of your, favorite movies. And so I was like, shit, you get on here and talk about it. And he was like, hell yeah. So I watched it again today prior to us recording this. And so we're going to jump into Cannibal Ferox. Uh-oh. Did your camera just go out again?
Yeah, it sure did.
Oh shit. We're going to keep on until you can fiddle with it. You may have to wiggle it a little bit. If it was in the Nintendo days, we would just blow into it. And that, back in the old Nintendo cartridge, we would.
There we go. There we go.
So
you can really tell I'm rusty at this.
hey, this is the perfect place to be rusty. Because I tell you all the time, I ain't gonna edit shit. Like I only edit the beginning and the end, and that's just to put the music into it, and that's it. Like I said, we ain't fancy here, people. And,
no, we weren't either.
so we just on this show, we just get on here and we send it, and that's what we're doing. So when we get into Cannibal Ferox, we're going to kind of go through this whole movie. We're going to spoil the shit out of it. But for you, what was it about Cannibal Ferox that tickled the fancy?
Actually, it was two things. This is so weird because 3-4 years old, genitalia is not something that you really perceive, I guess, objectively. So the two things that always stood out to me, I remember as a kid, was when dude got his dick chopped off and when chick got hung by her tits. And I just remember just being, whoa. Lord at that. Like, oh my God, I can't even imagine somebody doing that. They're like, man, I don't even got boobs yet. Like, I remember kind of having that thought. But yeah, those are the two standout moments for me. Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, because I had already seen, of course, Cannibal Holocaust, which we will be talking about later, me and Jamie, but I had seen that one first. And so, and that one is really like, it made me kind of look more into like the cannibal type movies because I enjoy that type of fucked up shit. And for me, like when I came across it when, like I said, just a couple weeks ago, Jonathan sent me a picture of the DVD and I'm like, fuck man, I should watch it. And so I sat down one day and I watched it. And when this movie starts, it has me right from the go because I like a movie, especially when I watch these movies back in the 80s and stuff, because that's when I grew up. I was born in 76. I grew up in the 80s. So when I see these movies and I'm watching them and it's like, I'm seeing this is stuff I grew up with. And then one of the best things about this movie was the fucking music. The music in this movie.
I feel it. And that's maybe why they have a soundtrack with the Grindhouse release then.
It is so fucking good. Even like this movie almost makes you feel okay to get your dick cut off. Play some happy fucking music. Like there can be some music playing, and you'd be like, "Oh, this music is so good. Chop my dick off and eat it." Because in this one, and when this movie kicks off, it shows you like it's giving you a view of like the city of like New York City. And then we get to the point where this old little, burnout looking white dude comes walking out of like a hospital or something. And then it's like it seems like forever. Like they're just playing the music and he's just walking through and you're getting all these sights of downtown New York City.
Yeah. Building you up.
Yeah. And
they're trying to show you that contrast of like, okay, here's the concrete jungle. We're going to send you to the actual jungle. And it's kind of indicative. It's that, I forgot what they call it. Exploitative kind of. Yeah, that is what I'm thinking of. Is like that it's part of that genre, the exploitative of art style. So yeah, you have this like deep contrast of like, ooh, New York and concrete and this modern day, and then we're gonna send you back in time, these archaic ass people that eat others, and look how scared you should be. So yeah, I love the build up of the music does help.
Yeah. And for y'all who have listened to me before, Joe just hit a word that was more than 4 syllables, and I don't know how to fucking say it or pronounce it.
Exploitative.
There you go.
That's the type of word I fuck up.
I gotta clap that type of shit out, girl. Hey, I got a high school education.
Exploitative.
Exploitation. And see, I didn't even think of that. Like when you said it, I had that never crossed my mind. And that's, and because for me, I'm just like, oh, you're just giving me some cool New York scenes with some cool fucking music. And then here you go with the twist to Cannibal Ferox. Like we got concrete jungle, we got Amazon.
I have a pinky out while I said it too.
yeah, you said that shit bougie as fuck. Like concrete jungle and real jungle. But and in the beginning, the part that I liked the most, because this to me, I won't say the most, but one of the things I really liked was that this part kind of screamed this era of movies when the little burnout junkie dude finally gets to the building he's walking into, and he opens the door, and when he shuts the door, the music stops.
Yeah.
It was just like that, like, oh, you've built it up, and now we're about to get into this bad boy.
Doesn't it kind of give you like that what is this grimy porn feeling though too? Isn't it like these types of movies? It's almost like you're on the verge of either something really gory is going to happen or somebody's going to have to start fucking. Like that. It's always and the music. Yeah, the music lends credence to that. Yeah, door shuts. Ooh, who's in the room with them?
You could definitely get bent over and fucked on the casting couch to the intro music to Cannibal Ferox.
Exactly. Yes.
And so when that door closed and the music stopped, I'm like, okay, now it's go time.
Yeah.
And it built you up to that and it gets you in there. And and holy shit, man, it's crazy when I watch movies back then, because you watch the acting and you're just like, now I watch it and there's certain times where I'm going, what the fuck? Like, I could do that. Why am I not getting paid millions of dollars because I can do what this dumbass just did?
Yeah, fuck the millions of dollars, just like normal day job, middle of the road, 50K a year doing movies. Like fucking sign me up. Yeah. Like if I could pay my bills, I'll be in your big horror movie. Just saying. Like
when these dudes came out, the two dudes, like when the old junkie goes up in there, the two dudes come out, they're looking for old Mike. And when they're talking to this guy, I'm sitting there watching it going, really? Like, did you go to school for this? Like, or did you just get picked off the street? And be like,
But he had that crazy look too. I think that's actually how he could have gotten the role, is because his eyes, when he would like kind of look like he was coked out, really made him look like he was
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
coked out. And if you've
Yeah.
seen somebody coked out, he looked coked out. So he could have just been an actor coked out and got the job.
Yeah, they picked this motherfucker off the streets. Like,
Yes.
walked down the gutter
He's
one day.
convincing.
Walked down the gutter one day, and he looked up and said, "I'll suck your dick for some coke." And they were like, "You're
Like,
hired.
you're hired.
Come on with
Here,
us,
you need
buddy."
some coke. Here's your little
Yeah.
8-ball. Let's get
Yeah.
through this filming. We got this.
Yeah, they lured him out of the alley with a little bottle of coke and just
Yeah.
followed it like a carrot on a fucking string.
Like, please give me some
Please
more.
give me the coke. Please give me the coke. And because he did, he looked the part.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like he was fucked up when they recorded when they videotaped him. And and so and because at first I was like, when this thing starts off, I'm like, what the fuck does this got to do with the fucking cannibals? Like,
Yep.
and it kind of threw me because I hear, cannibal, and I automatically think Cannibal Holocaust. And I think about like out in the jungle somewhere. So when this thing Bad Boy started off in like New York City, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it had my attention for that reason, because it was, just something I wasn't expecting right out of the gate to do. It kind of gives you a little in the beginning, and then we finally get to the Amazon. And it's funny because they just jump right into this motherfucker. Like, it's like, bam, we're in New York City. Shit's going down. We're looking for some people. We're looking for Mike. Mike done stole some money. Like, where's Mike? Then, bam, we're in the Amazon with little 3 white folk just beating down the road in a little old Jeep. No,
like, everything's hunky dory.
Like,
yeah, we're supposed to be here.
Like,
waving to the neighbors. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
like,
it was just
y'all
like
just driving somewhere y'all never fucking been. Like, fucking asinine.
Because apparently the one main girl in this, they call her 2 different names in this movie. She gets called Beth and she gets called Gloria.
Yeah.
And that kind of confused me early on, because it fucked up my notes when I was trying to take some notes, because I was like, wait a minute, did I fuck up? Like, who the fuck is Beth?
I never picked up on that, but that's fucking nuts that she got called 2 different names.
Yeah. At one
makes
point,
sense for that era of movies, man.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck it, leave it in.
Yep. Like, we can't afford to edit it, damn it. Leave that motherfucking shit in. Who cares if he called her by her real sister's name? But yeah, she goes by, different times you hear Beth and Gloria. And they're out there because apparently Beth or Gloria is the smart one. She's a college girl and she's trying to do this thesis, and she's trying to prove, because she read an article back in the 70s, like 1976 is when she read this thing, that cannibals, she's trying to disprove it. She's trying to prove that they do not exist.
Yeah.
That's her whole mission. And so it's her and her brother Rudy. And bandana girl Pat.
Oh God, yeah.
Who the fuck just randomly invites some dumbass bitch like Bandana Pat?
It's indicative of the times for that type of script writing, like, because I don't see where somebody that's supposed to have been as intelligent as Gloria is going to have a friend as fucking dumb as she is.
There you
go.
I
just don't see that pairing off, because smart people, you tend to like look at others and be like, that person sucks ass. Like, I don't want to be associated with it. There's no reason for these 2 people to actually be friends, but except for the storyline, which is great.
It is, because when this thing starts and you catch these 3, they're rolling into this Amazon area and they set up this whole trip. They're looking for this island, and apparently this fucking island is somewhere they got to be boated. I don't know. That's not a word, people. They got to be on a boat. They got to be boated out there to wherever this place is.
Water taxied.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Water Uber. They got it Uber in the 80s. That's what they did. And so they're going to be taken out there. And so when they get there and it shows you, and instantly right out of the gate when they go in there and they're asking like the little, the police guy, whatever it is, where this place is at. Of course, Gloria comes across as, like I said, the college educated, the smart one, the one that's got some, she was raised right.
Yeah.
And then you got slutty bandana Pat. She's asking the police dude, like, where can I take a bath? Like, okay. And I was thinking same thing, like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like you serve no.
You can't even offer moral support. Like, I don't even know if you can do that.
Like, I don't know what you're going to do.
Maybe she's like the dumb performing monkey for the friend.
Maybe she's entertainment. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, okay, bandana girl, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And so when they're playing this to go out there, and like I said, they're going to prove that this cannibal thing is not real. They're going to get on the boat. They go out there, and so many questions pop into my head as this thing starts unfolding. Some of the things that jump out that is fucking funny to me, like when they get there, this big ass fucking jungle, and here they are on their Jeep riding down a road that's there.
Yeah,
just beating them, and
yeah. And it's supposed to be a path not traveled. Like, they're supposed to be going to like desolate, isolated areas. Red flag number one would have been that you saw tread marks. Like, who else? Who the fuck else is out here?
Yep. There have been more than one person that has been on this island, because it was the funny part to me was, like, on their boat ride out there, when before they were unloaded the Jeep and went and did their thing on this boat. Some shit happens on the boat. And at one point, this lady comes up to Beth/Gloria, gives her, what the fuck was this animal? Was it an anteater?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I think it's an anteater. I don't know enough about animals. I'm not no vet. I'm a zoologist. I think it looked like an anteater. Yeah.
In my notes, I put, she just gives Beth this anteater. And apparently this anteater is supposed to be used to where, like, snakes and shit will get it before it gets you.
Yeah. It goes ape shit on the outside of, like, your perimeter if it sees a snake, but the snake will find it more appetizing than the human being sleeping in the tent.
And coming from somebody that is terrified of snakes, hey, I welcome the anteater. Damn it, I would want an anteater, because I will throw that little fucker to the snake just so I can get away.
Right.
And so I was like, and the funny part is, like, when they get to this island or whatever, and they're bebopping with their Jeep, the first part that jumped out was, like, this iguana walks out, and dumb whore Patty bandana, she's like, oh, iguana. When the dude goes to swerve to miss this iguana, you see her holding the anteater by a leash, and he is dangling outside the Jeep. Like, she has dropped this motherfucker, and he is struggling.
Oh, shit.
Like, the little anteater's just like, bitch, get me back inside.
Save me.
You hear it making a squealing sound. Like,
oh my God. I did not pick up on that, and I will be honest, when I was watching it again, I was very distracted by, like, young kids running around. The best time in the world to rewatch, I will be honest.
No, because I didn't notice it the first time. Like I said, I rewatched it today before me and you got on here. I rewatched it, and so I was able to kind of sit here and take my time, and your camera just went out again, so I'm going to keep talking. Can you still hear me?
I'm back.
Bam, there you are. Shit.
I know, stupid damn camera.
Fucking internet, It's Joe Biden's fault. Mother.
Yeah, there you go. There we go.
Sleepy Joe falls asleep, the internet goes out. But yeah, so there's things I didn't pick up, after I watched it. It was literally because I watched it today, and I noticed the little fucking anteater hanging out the Jeep. And it was so fucking funny because she's like, iguana, but you forgot all about your little fucking anteater. he got him by the fucking leash, and you could tell he's screaming like this. I think the shit because in this movie they talked about the animal shit was real.
Yeah, a lot of these exploitative movies were. It just was kind of indicative of the times, man. Like it's not that I don't know. To me, it kind of fucks me up a little bit. Just like, oh, it's like senseless killing, but I don't know. I don't see, even if they got killed out there, there's probably some indigenous people who was like, hey, free meat. So I think I could kind of write it off that way. But yeah, there was actually, I think it was like Australia or some other like review board. And the reason why they kind of got blacklisted in that country was because of the animal cruelty. And I do want to think it was Australia, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure either because for me, I am not an animal person.
No, you're not.
Like I give two fucks about animals. Like these types of meat because some people would have, if some other person would have been doing this show, another podcast, they'd have got on here and be like, look, people, there's going to be some triggering effects in this movie. May affect you and set you off. I give a fuck about your triggers, people. I fucking hate animals. I don't like them.
No, you don't.
I don't give a fuck if it's your dog that stays in the house or your fucking cat. I don't care. So I give no fucks.
And I totally respect that. And I mean, we got a dog and 2 fucking cats and 3 kids. I mean, it's a fucking madhouse. So completely get it.
Yeah. So for these types of movies, some people are like, oh, they really did this shit to animals. I don't give a fuck. I was entertained, people.
Yeah.
And so, and for me, none of that shit bothered me. Like when I seen the little fucking anteater being hung by his neck outside the Jeep squealing for his life, I didn't give a fuck. I thought that shit was funny. I may have rewound it a couple times.
You were around.
Just to listen to this little fucker scream.
Squeal.
Yeah. And so they're going to get out there, and another part is when the Jeep blows the motor because they keep getting this fucking thing stuck.
Yep.
And they decide we're going to go on foot. And here's the cool thing about this thing. I don't know if you noticed it, but it just shows you how hard people in the 70s and 80s went. When they got stranded, all they were worried about was the alcohol.
Yeah.
Motherfucker didn't
we can't be without the booze. Like you make sure you make room for the booze.
Rudy got upset because he busted one bottle. And there is not a single time in this whole movie where you see any of them take a sip of water.
Would you though?
No,
I don't know. I mean that far out, like
I would want to be.
What they call it, Montezuma's Revenge. I'm good. Last place I want diarrhea is in the middle of a fucking jungle.
Yeah,
like
no,
liver be damned.
Because I'm watching it, I'm like, y'all are in the Amazon. Like it gets hot, it gets humid, but back then, people, we didn't need H2O to survive. It was cocaine and alcohol, baby. That's how we did it.
Pop them pores of some alcohol. You be fine.
Like this whole movie, all you going to see is alcohol and cocaine. And that's all you fucking need. And so when they start off and they're like the alcohol shit, and I'm like, these motherfuckers ain't pulled out a canteen yet. With some fucking water. Like y'all 80s babies, man. Y'all went hard. We went hard. Well, we didn't
take the Studio 54 to the jungle.
Yes. Like, damn it, no matter how bad it gets, if you can take your bump of cocaine, you're all right.
And chase it with a swig of whiskey, you be all right.
And when they get out there, they're going to discover some fucking the crazy part was the first time they discovered the one dude in the bush.
Yeah.
They didn't even overreact to that at all. Like the dude
like it wasn't shit
there eating them big ass fucking grub worms.
Yeah, like those are banana worms. Yeah.
Is that what
Like
they
they
are?
come up, yeah, like they're like banana leaves. That's what they look like to me. I've seen them when in the Philippines. I don't know if they're the same thing, but that's what it looked like to me, was like a big banana leaf with banana worms. But I'm not 100% that's what it was.
Oh God, this and I think this dude was really eating them.
And
Like,
don't worry, people, zero nicotine. I don't want to hear that.
hey,
Sorry, I'm gonna hit the vape.
hey, y'all leave her the fuck alone, people. If y'all need to say shit to Joe, you come through me first.
Appreciate it, bro.
And I will tell you all to go fuck yourselves with a pinky up. Because we're talking about this classy movie tonight called Cannibal Ferox. You're never going to say it the right way again.
No, I'm like, and my dyslexia will make me at least fuck it up half the time. I'm gonna be like,
every time you get
Ferox.
Ferox, spirit fingers. But yeah, and so yeah, when it was showing that part, but it's like when the dude knocked the bushes out of the way with his machete, and he sees this dude sitting there, they don't even act surprised.
Yeah, that should have jump scared the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Like it really should have been like, whoa, what's this dude doing here?
Yeah. And he didn't budge.
Nope.
He's just like
iron resilience.
Yeah. He's like, fuck you, white man. I'm gonna keep eating my fucking worms.
I own this jungle.
Yeah. Y'all in my house now, bitch. I'm gonna fuck y'all up later.
Yeah.
And when they walk off, of course, you see them all come out of the woods. And this is whole fucking, tribe of like the jungle people.
Yeah.
And so they keep walking. And then they come to the part where they find the two dead jungle people.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm surprised at just how okay they are. But my man Rudy don't give two fucks. Because remember, whenever they find this, an old girl, blonde bandana girl, Pat, like, oh,
I hate her character. Here. I really do, don't you?
Like,
I'm just like, oh my god,
I fucking hate her.
Yeah,
and she starts freaking out. Like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
The best part was when Rudy had to bitch slap her.
Hey, bitch, get the fuck together. Ain't nowhere to go.
And it wasn't just a one-time bitch slap. He hit her with the backhand bitch slap. 2 times. Pat, shut the fuck up. It's like, pow.
Wasn't it so satisfying though? Like, yeah.
When she started screaming, I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then when he finally slapped her, I was like, oh, it felt good. Like you said, it felt good. Like
satisfying. It was satisfying.
I felt like I was his pimp hand when he slapped her. Like, my feelings went through his hand.
Yeah.
Like, bitch.
Yeah, get yourself fucking together so that we could continue this fucking journey. No, I 100% agree. But yeah, I love the fact that he fucking backhands her ass.
Oh, yeah. And it's crazy because, and when I watch movies like this, one thing I kind of pick out and I notice is some of the language they use. Fuck is my favorite word. I love the word fuck. And the fact that they're using this in 1980, in the 80s, people.
Yeah.
We're dropping motherfucker, fuck. He even drops the word what.
Oh, yeah. It's a great one.
It is.
What and cunt.
What and cunt.
Yeah.
A couple times in this movie. And I know some of y'all, when y'all hear that word cunt, it upsets you. And, I don't give a fuck. We say it around here.
You need a tougher skin, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, sis. Say it one time.
Cunt. That's one of my favorite ones.
Hey. We do it around here, people. We have a good time, damn it. And so now that they're starting to and when they find these two dead jungle people who were part of the tribe, and then you're going to get introduced to Mike and Joe. And Mike being the one early on in the movie when you're in New York City.
His crazy eyes. He's crazy eyes.
Yeah. Hey, Mike has been doing a whole lot of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, And the good part that I found funny was this is when they all meet up, you get Mike and Joe, and then you get Rudy, Pat, and Beth. They all link up.
Yeah.
Joe has been fucked up a little bit. He needs a little help. They take him off to the side, and they're putting some bandages on him and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
The part I liked, which made me be like, oh, hell yeah, Generation X, is when she looks at him, middle of the jungle, hot as shit. She was like, here's some whiskey. And then she says,
this will make it all better.
yeah. And then she's like, take it slow. We don't have much more. And not one point did she say, let's go get him some water. No. Yeah. It's all about the whiskey, baby.
She didn't even think about the water at all.
Yeah. And now, and I'm telling you, in this whole movie, you will never see them take a sip of water. It's whiskey and cocaine, baby.
I know you've been talking about cocaine. Like my nose keeps on itching, so it looks like I'm picking my nose. And I'm just like, oh man, maybe I'm getting the cocaine tickle.
Have a little craving, are you? A little craving?
I'm having a flashback to my college years. Like I'm, oh shit. Am I showing?
Yeah, look.
I'm telling too much, man.
hey, shit. Hey, ain't no judgment on this show, people. We take them all. We like it all. And,
don't worry, people. I'm almost 40. Yeah, it's not like that anymore at all.
Yeah, you know, we do grow out of some things.
Yes.
Some things we still do and just don't talk about. Hey.
But yeah, no, when we come up on Mike and Joe, you obviously start kind of getting the air of like, okay, things don't seem like what they're saying. Like they don't seem like they're down here for like innocent reasons. They have ulterior motives. And I like how it kind of slowly envelops to why it turns into a shit show.
Oh yeah. And as soon as, because when Mike and Joe shows up, Mike's telling, every time Mike starts talking, Joe tries to say something and Mike just cuts him off. Yep. And you instantly pick up on the fact like, okay, Mike he's not telling the whole story, and he keeps cutting Joe off and shit like that. And so, and it does start, you start picking up on it as it goes to where you realize that, you know, Mike is the fucking problem. You know, Mike is up there for greed. Mike's over there because he's wanting to fucking set up some, you know, some drug shit with the cocaine and stuff. And some of that story comes out and they start explaining it of why they're over there.
Yeah.
And so, but with the cannibal side of this thing is like when you first come up with like Mike and Joe, he's telling them what went down.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, okay, these are some fucking cannibals over there. But it's not. Y'all pissed these motherfuckers off.
Right? Yeah, you provoked this attack.
Yes.
Like, I have a feeling that if anybody had known or had figure out this tribe was here, they'd have gotten some kind of notoriety. There is some other civilization around. You'd have already been able to prove that there were actually active cannibals out in the fucking jungle at this point. But no, that part of it made no sense to me. It really didn't.
And because when it first comes off, Mike basically explains to the group that these cannibals basically attacked one of the guides they had and how they fucking cut his dick off and all this shit. And Mike made it sound like the cannibals were doing it all. And so that's what they're going with at the time. They're going with that. And then it gets to the point to where the weakest link, Joe, you know, he can't take it no more. He fucking gets a little sick. And
well, his deathbed rattle, you know what I mean? Like he's just like, I gotta get this off my chest, you know, like I gotta tell the truth.
Yeah, he's gonna get to the part where he's about to die. So he starts telling the truth to Rudy and his sister Beth, because Rudy and Beth are brother sister. bandana blonde girl Pat is just the
ditzy friend on the side, the third wheel.
It's a friend that they had invited along for some dumbass reason.
Yeah.
She was not going to give anything to the project at all.
Yeah. No.
Like no reason.
She was going to be entertainment for the troops, essentially.
Yeah. It's like we need a chick in this movie to show her tits.
Yeah.
And we got to
Which they weren't bad tits. I will fucking admit they weren't bad tits.
They weren't bad tits. They were some itty bitty titties. They were itty bitty titties. And one thing it made me think when I'm watching this movie is I don't know when or what they started putting into the chicken to make people have bigger booties and booties. Because in the 80s, people, there was a whole lot of, itty bitty titties, no ass.
Flat ass.
Looking like a surfboard with a crack in it. That's all it was. And that's the way our girl Pat was. She had some nice little itty bitty titties. Because at some point, her and Mike are going to hook up because
know what?
Mike's a hoe and
she's a hoe. And he's got coke.
Motherfucker's got cocaine and a gun. She thinks like, oh, look at this. She was attracted to the like badass guy with the cocaine and the gun.
Yeah, she was cool with it up until, he tries fucking like coke rage, fucking make her kill a native girl. And she's a fucking idiot.
And that's where you realize that this whole thing with this little group, they were just living their life. They were doing their thing.
They were doing what was right and got together with the wrong people at the worst possible fucking moment. Because at this point in time, now the tribe is pissed. They've lost people. They've been threatened. You kind of understand it with some of the depictions. Like they have pissed these people off and they're out for fucking blood. And these people are just sideways casualties. Yep.
And it all was, like I said, Mike, because earlier when they stumble up into the village and you're seeing these elders of the village and they're looking at them and they almost got a fear in their eye, like they're scared.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started, like when they started showing them kind of look at like Rudy. And then when they came into the town, like, why these dudes are looking at them like they're scared of them. And then as it all starts getting peeled back, Mike is the piece of shit that set it all off because Mike had a little bit too much of the cocaine.
Yeah.
Mike got
too pure.
Yeah.
He was used to the white shit back in the States. He gets down there and it's got a little twinge of brown. It's pure. Yeah, he was getting a hold of the good shit. That's why his brain got rot. Yeah,
he got over there and boy, he was, and I don't know this little container that he had. It was like a never-ending amount of cocaine in this thing. Because fucking Mike hit this.
Yeah, for the quantity that he did. He get over there, he does it like 2 times a day. He takes a little bag, his little container, puts it back in just so that he can take it back out later and fill his nose back up. You just could have took out the middleman and just carried a fucking bag and just I don't know, just stuck your fucking nose in it.
Yeah, they should have given Mike a fucking Ziploc bag.
Because it'd been more waterproof down there, probably too. Yeah. Like how y'all's dad used to put cigarettes inside of a sandwich bag.
Hey.
Shout out to Dad.
Make that shit last, damn it. Shit ain't cheap. Yeah. So as it starts unfolding, you're realizing that these people that they're trying to call cannibals, they were just living their life until we
fucked around and found out. That's what the fuck they did. They fucked around and found out.
We went over there and fucked it up.
Yep.
Like us, we went over there greedy and trying to get into shit that you had no business being into. And so, and now they're mad because Mike went over there and Mike went hard. Like Mike was fucking with their people. And so they going to fucking get to the point where like, man, like, haha, fuck white man. We're going to fuck y'all up. And that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing kind of starts flipping to where these cannibal folk who were just living their best life had just, got to that point where like, no, you ain't gonna come over here and fuck up what we've been doing for all these years.
Yeah.
And so, and my favorite,
and maybe that's why it kicked off. Maybe that's why it kicked off with like, I think it was like Joe dies and the girls run off, but they see them, seeing him actually like kind of cannibalize his body. And so now they're set off, and a little bit of part of them is now wondering, okay, well, why are we, what's going on? Like, who's actually telling the truth at this point? Because now they've seen it from both sides, essentially.
oh yeah, like when they fucked old Joe up after Joe had, kicked a bucket, and they brought him out there and they fucking split him open and, got him a little bit of meat to go,
Yeah.
grab some shit and like, hey, let's go, but
and the practical effects are fucking astounding. I love it. I loved it.
And for it to be, like I said, people, this is 1981.
81. Yep.
There's no computers and shit involved. Like these people are creative.
Yeah.
Like when they're showing these, and because it was cool, cause when Joe first hit the ground, they drug him out. And when they took he brought out like his like spear type thing, like drug it across the chest, and you can obviously see it was just some red coloring. It was nothing.
Yeah.
And then they come back to it, and they've got it set up to where it's like they're tearing into him. And when I first watched it the first time, I'm like, holy fuck, that's cheesy looking. But then I had to remind myself
that was effective for them.
Yes. Yeah. This was 1980s. This isn't today when they can use computers and shit and do all the work for them. Like these, they had to be creative. And so for me in this movie, the graphic, the effects they used to me was on point. Like just, they killed it on this one. And I was so excited. I just kept waiting for Mike to get his.
Right. And he got his so good too. Dude, dude, I love it.
They finally strung Mike up.
You don't know what's going on yet. Yeah, when he first gets hung up, you're like, ooh, they're gonna take their time with him. because Joe had already told the story. Joe has given us like Mike went over there and Mike fucked with them first, and Mike took it too far. And so now it's the shit is flipped. Now they have Mike tied up to this fucking big tree thing, whatever, in the middle of the village. And at this point, I am pulling for the village people, damn it. Right.
I'm on their side.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck him up. And the very first time I watched this movie, it was kind of late when I watched it, and I kind of dozed off because they took him on that tree, and of course, people, we're gonna tell you, we're gonna spoil it. They're gonna cut his dick off because earlier he did the same thing to one of their people.
Yeah,
cut his dick off.
Yep.
So now
Coke rage in a Coke bin. Yeah. He just fucking whacked a native kid's fucking dick off.
Yeah, motherfucker was just high on the cocaine. And then he like chops the dick off. So now they're paying the shit back. So now Mike going to get his dick chopped off. And so the first time I seen this, I kind of dozed off. It was late. I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I remember falling asleep right after they chopped his dick off. And then I woke up to later when they were like, they had took a boat ride out there to another village. And
shit.
And so then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what the fuck is Mike doing walking around? The dude had to bleed to death. But then I missed the part where they had to cauterize him to stop him from bleeding out because they wanted him to suffer. They didn't want to kill him.
And the effects on him, like where he's like whitewashed and sweaty,
Yes.
and he genuinely looks like he's gone through blood loss. And I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good
Oh,
shit
yeah.
there too.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like I said, they nailed everything, in my opinion, for this to be the time it came out to just and I was like, because today when I rewatched it was just the second time I ever seen it. So today I was awake to all of it, and I was like, oh, that's why Mike was walking around later, because they cauterized his shit because they weren't gonna let Mike die so soon. You're not getting off this
No.
easy, guy.
But yeah, but he was also forced to kind of watch his penis to be consumed too, which was fantastic.
Yeah, the old dude that cut it off actually ate his dick.
Yeah, he chopped that fucker up, kind of went, hey, look at this, and down the hatch. And I was just like, nice play.
And then it took me back to wondering, though, like, were they always cannibals? Because, like, do you casually just cut this part off a dude's body and pop it in your mouth like it's fucking popcorn? Like have
I
you
don't know.
before? Is this your
I-
first penis in your mouth?
Probably not. No,
Yeah.
no.
Because it just came across way too easy for them when the times you've seen them, like when they cut up Joe and they started eating his shit. And then when they got Mike and he chopped his dick off and he popped it in his mouth. And I'm like, were you cannibals before? Because throughout the movie, it shows you them eating the wildlife.
Yeah.
They
So
eat-
maybe it was just because it's forced upon them. Like,
Yeah.
we do this in Retaliation because we have to, I don't know, eat the soul of our enemies or some shit to make us stronger warriors. Like, I don't fucking know, but they did it. It looked realistic as shit. That dick swinging around, that flaccid little dick swinging around, like, looked fucking genuine. And then when he popped it in, I remember just being like, oh, there's dick. No, they
because Mike must have had some good casual cock, because he had enough to grab and then swing with a machete, So I was like, hey,
skin stretchy though. Skin stretchy. And I mean, a dude that was doing that much fucking cocaine, I cannot imagine he was walking around with his full unit.
oh yeah. Yeah, it could have been a little
shrinkage.
might have been a little turtle head
shrinkage.
poking out. Little turtle head. turtle. I love that.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump down this rabbit hole. This is actually really funny.
Let's do it.
One of the first parties I actually ever got to go with with Jonathan, or met him there. It was a boy named Tristan that you may have heard us talking about him. He lived out in the cut. And I remember we were all fucking hammered. And I remember kind of walking in, and Jonathan was over there. He was like chasing Everclear with like a brown liquor. And I was like, you're not supposed to mix them or you're going to get sick. Lo and behold, I'm the person that's sick. Well, I come back. I was getting sick. I came back into the trailer, and they were there talking shit to this kid, and I didn't know who the fuck it was. And all they did was like turtle, and the and matter of fact, drunk as shit, had turned over and was like, "Oh, he's not circumcised." He's like really fucking. And John's like, "I remember that clear as day, despite me being as intoxicated as I was." But yeah, like. Somebody just said turtle. Turtle's like, oh, he's just uncircumcised. Okay. Sorry, I had a rabbit. I had a squirrel.
He hasn't been snipped. And hey, for some of y'all that's listening, she may have threw y'all a little bit when she said we went back into the trailer.
Yeah.
Some of y'all may not know about that trailer life.
Oh shit! I've laughed my fucking camera fucked up.
You laughed so hard you made the camera freeze, damn it. Yeah, the old trailer.
Having too much fun.
Some of y'all don't know about those days.
Yeah, no. That's where you had to go party in the cut trailer with PJ in the bathtub. Like
right. Had a trailer out in the middle of a field somewhere. Just bonfires and refrigerator full of like liquor and beer. Cigarettes and cards.
Yep, exactly.
Some strip poker if you got really fucked up.
You had those type of friends.
Hey, I've been standing in the kitchen butt naked before cap on because I lost.
Oh shit, the crazy and boring, or the shit that people do when they're bored in South Carolina.
Hey, fucking South Carolina, we love you, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
With the sand hill watermelon loving fuckers. We love
I know, I love the
Uh,
state. Hell, we live in Dirty Myrtle. I love it.
I just like that name, Dirty Myrtle.
Hell yeah.
But shit, what were we? Oh yeah, dick chopped off, getting his dick ate.
Got soldered,
It did.
cauterized.
It cauterized the shit right back together because that's what threw me. And so they get to another island and they got and while this is going on, it's going to give you a kind of back and forth because you're getting the Amazon shit going on, and then it kind of jumps back to New York City, and you're getting a little bit more of the story of the girlfriend of Mike and them looking for them and them they're going to go out trying to find them and stuff like that. So it all starts getting tied together later on as it goes. And the whole time you realize that Mike is a 100% piece of shit. Like everything about Mike's fucked up, and you want Mike to lose and you want Mike to die. And because I got to a point in it when I'm watching it, I feel bad for the jungle people because they were just doing their normal, they go out there and they kill the animal. They survive. We do that shit here now, people. We be butchering cows and shit and all that shit too. But that for them, that's how they survived, and they were completely fine with that.
Yeah, and it's not like they weren't like, or they were like genuinely like bad people or had like had negative intentions, because like I guess at some point, like both of the girls are actually in a cage under under the ground. And the boy that Pat was Pam or Pat or Ditzy was nice to comes back and is trying to actually help them out. But at that same time is when Mike else, I think, escapes. I'm trying to remember everything correctly and in order because there was toddlers running around. But from what I remember is like he kind of prevents them from getting out, and then kind of cuts the rope and then tries to fucking skedaddle himself.
Yep.
Like, so it's not like the natives had any kind of ill intention. It's like they were fucking pissed, but at least they recognize that, some of these people may have been innocent bystanders.
Yep. And one part of this thing that it made me kind of be like, really? Like when because at some point when all this is going down, Mike and blonde bandana girl Pat, they're just going to dip out and try to run off by themselves.
Yeah.
When it all comes back and they're all back together, there's going to come a point to where the jungle people, they're going to grab Pat and they're going to snatch Pat's top off. I'm going to show them little itty bitty titties. and so then I'm thinking, okay, like when little jungle dude, he's kind of like messing with her. I'm like, all right, what the fuck going on? Then he goes over there. He's like he grips a spear and he touches the little itty bitty titties a couple times.
Yeah.
Then he goes over and grabs this hook. And when he comes back over with the hook,
oh yeah,
I'm like, what you gonna do with the hook, guy?
What's that for?
What's the hook for, buddy? Like, what you gonna do? And
stop, explain.
yeah, like what you doing with that hook there, buddy? And when he takes it and he brings it up through her itty bitty titty, and I'm just like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
But then later, a few minutes later, you're going to catch Pat. They have two hooks in her through the itty bitties, hanging her up.
Yeah.
And hey, I don't know. I'm asking you because you're a lady. Is the titties tough enough to hold the body weight like that?
Okay, so I've actually thought about this, and I actually thought about it again today, and I actually look up kind of like the anatomical structure. So if they get the hooks actually underneath the pectoral muscle, you can hang there. Now if they would have came a little bit too close to like the armpit, they would have ended up nicking, I think it was like the thoracic artery, and you'd bleed out, but it wouldn't be as fast like a femoral or carotid. But you would bleed out. But the mass itself, yeah, it can take it. And especially when they do like breast augmentation, that's actually what changes the shape of the breast and where it ends up gravity-wise. I'm over here like flipping around with my own tit. But what the implants will actually go behind the pectoral muscle so that it keeps a more natural shape and stays up. So yeah, if they get those hooks underneath there, like, yeah, you get hung up there like a pig. Like it reminds me of like when Texas Chainsaw Massacre with on the meat hook on the back. Like that's what it reminds me of. I'm just like, oh fuck my tits. Like it makes my nipples fucking hurt. Just the idea of it.
I didn't even have itty bitty titties, and when he hooked her through that thing, I felt bad for him because I'm a fan of titties. I'm a fan of boobies, you know. And
see, I grew up as the itty bitty titty convention because I'm Asian. I remember being in high school and people knew I put Kleenexes in certain shirts because that's how they were cut. And I didn't give a fuck. I'd be like, yeah, you need tissue.
Yeah.
So I was always part of that itty bitty titty committee. So when she went up, I was just like, oh my God, that's going to hurt like a motherfucker.
Because I rewatched it today, I was like, man, I just don't know what the titties hold. But then in my mind, I'm going to be on here with Joe. Joe's got some education where I don't. And she's going to be able to explain to me. And like you just did, like I said, so it could hold up. And with another thing, which I think is cool for 1981.
Yeah.
Because
they thought about that.
Yeah, they did that research. They looked into it because there's going to be people dumbass like me who have played with some titties in my day.
And like, I don't know if that's gonna hold
I just
up.
don't think
having hooks put through it.
I just don't think that itty bitty titties are gonna hold some hooks in the full body weight. But they did the research and they knew. And so I think that was super cool now that I know that because I had no clue earlier. And now I know I'm more impressed with them and the job they did with doing that.
Yeah.
And so it's starting to come down toward the end of this thing to where, you know, we only got one person still hanging out with us. Our old girl, Beth/Gloria. Whatever her fucking real name is, you know, hey.
Our intelligent, well-spoken, you know, catalyst. The whole reason why we're even in the fucking jungle with these people. Yeah. She's the last woman standing.
Yeah. And I want to say this bitch, because they out there because of you, cunt.
Yep.
They all out there because of you, because you had to know some shit. You had to be nosy. Typical.
Should have known your place in the kitchen.
Damn right. Barefoot.
I had to do it.
Barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, damn it.
Where's my supper, bitch?
Damn it.
Why the fuck are you in the jungle?
Yeah, like why are you in the jungle right now?
Oh, and I get people all fucking killed for no damn reason.
Yeah, like you brought this. You were nosy. You were the people we make fun of now when we watch horror movies and shit. We always be like, oh, it's always the white folk.
You went back in. You're a fucking dumbass. Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
It's always the white folk. Got to put their nose in some shit they don't need to be in. And damn it, Gloria, you put your nose in some shit. You lost all your friends. Everybody dead. And who comes out of this thing in the end? You, Gloria, you fucking bitch. And, you know, and so I was like, oh,
fuck. But we did forget to mention about Rudy. How he fucking died. Was that not fucking great too?
Rudy.
The table.
No, that was Mike.
Oh, that is right. Fuck yeah. That's right, Mike. Yeah. So do you remember what is this? The old school like horror compilations. What was it? Like Faces of Death.
Yeah.
You remember those? Did you ever get to watch those?
Yes. Do
you remember when they did the monkey one?
Yes.
Where they put I love it that they use that contraption. I was like, I remember that.
Because when I'm watching it for the first time and I see him take Mike, and you know, Mike's already had his dick chopped off, and then he had it, cauterized so he don't bleed
Yeah,
that.
but it still didn't make him not run.
Yeah,
So
he still tried to get away.
yep.
And then when they threw him, and I see them put him under this table, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Then when they locked him into it, and I seen all you seen was the top of his head, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And once again, people, 1980s,
Mm-hmm.
not today's time. And this motherfucker swung, and it was like, I was like,
Like a watermelon just
yeah, it was. It was like,
and they just went to town.
and then the coolest part was when the random dude just walked up to his brain and just grabbed a couple of handfuls like it was a bowl of popcorn. And just like,
Fuck yeah.
and I was like, I wanted Mike, once I realized that Mike was the reason, I wanted Mike to get it. And
Yeah.
that part was like so
You kind of wish it was a little bit more prolonged. Like
yeah, you could have drug it out. There could have been some suffering, a little bit of torture. I
and
love
bamboo shoots underneath the nails,
I love
impalement through the asshole, through the mouth.
I love some
with a blunt force to make sure it kind of shimmies through. Like that's the kind of shit I think about. But yeah, they could have done a lot more.
Hey, that's why I used to like those shows when you and John did on the torturing on the STD show. That type, there's certain type of tortures that they did to people.
Yeah,
And
I love them.
I love those, and I love them because I'm on the other side looking in.
Yeah.
I'm like, ha ha ha, yeah, I like that shit. But damn it, don't strap me under the table with my head hooking up,
Oh my god. But yeah, that was a great kill too.
It was, and it was, and I see those, and I'm watching it, and I'm so impressed by it, and then I have to like stop. And like I said, the time that this came out, and I remind myself of just how, to me, that's so cool to me. That is so just over the top of just like 1980s. I'm fucking. I turned 48 in August. And so I'm like over 40 something years ago, motherfuckers were coming up with shit like this.
Right.
And
before there were like traditional schools to even teach it too. A lot of these cats that came out of like this, like almost like guerrilla filming and guerrilla effects, eventually created their own special effects schools, which is really fucking cool too.
hey, the shit was fucking on point. And like I said, the only downside to this bad boy is the fact that the main bitch that kicked it all off, and the reason we're all stuck on the Amazon island, survived.
She survived.
You survived. You brought us here. You killed us all, and you walked away from it, Beth.
And then she added salt to the wound because she publishes the book and doesn't even tell the true story. She lies in order to propel her career. She's like, oh, the cannibalism didn't happen. It is a myth. My theory was right. Here's my book. Fuck my friends. Fuck everybody who died for this story because I had to fucking know. But yeah, and then she adds salt to the wound. Not only is everybody dead now, everybody just thinks they died from being ate by crocodiles.
Yeah, because she explains to them they all died in a little old rowboat out in the middle of the river, tipped over, alligators ate them.
Yeah, and that's some shit.
I'm just like, what?
Motherfucking bullshit. Like, it didn't pay to be her friend left way from Sunday.
No.
Like, at all.
Yeah. Bitch came back to the States, got her doctorates, got her fucking money, got her little gold medal, and lied about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a part of me going, though, but did she lie to did she lie to let these nice people out in the middle of the Amazon live their life and just be normal? Because if she would have came back and said there's cannibals out there, next thing you know, we as dumbasses would have been over there trying to fucking figure out shit. Maybe she did to protect them.
I'm about to say Discovery Channel, like the History Channel, like everybody be out there trying to fucking film him and fuck with him. No, I could see that point. I really could, but I guess then okay, discredit it, but then why publish a book? Just publish the article,
that's true.
Free release, send out the information. It's probably part of her master's degree, her dissertation. Send the son of a bitch in. Don't make any fucking money off of it. Done and dusted. But no, she published a book. She made money off of it. She exploited her own story.
Yeah, and the part was that toward the end, like when she back in the States and she gets her award and shit, she looks so like out there. Like her look is like she's looking way off in left field somewhere. And
She's PTSD.
Yeah, but it's like, hold on, like you was good enough to come back and write a fucking book. And
Touché.
now, all of a sudden, now
you're gonna look shell shocked.
Yeah, now you got yours. You came back you did a whole book on it. Yep. You got your doctorate. You got all the shit. You all your goals have been checked. Now you want to be on the like we're watching toward the end, and she's sitting there looking off like that 1,000-mile stare, like that part didn't make sense to me because. They try to make her seem like she was so fucked up when she came back, but she wasn't so fucked up to where she couldn't
write a book. Yep.
Like, at the end of the day, Beth, you sucked, and you should have been eaten by the good folks.
And not in a pleasurable way either. You should have been cannibalized, bitch.
Yeah, they should have fucked you up, Beth. Like, so you came back and you made profit of all your people who are dead because of you, Beth. Beth, I hope you do not sleep well at night. I hope you have nightmares that wake you up because you did this, Beth. All of this is your fault, Beth.
Well, she really only should feel bad about her brother. I mean, Pat was an oxygen thief.
Oh yeah, Pat was just there. They just needed somebody in this movie to show some titties.
All you did was just save 3 guys from divorce and alimony. That's all she really did.
Yeah, like Pat
she screamed 3 different kids and 3 different dads.
Like I said, this whole movie, you could watch this whole movie and take Pat out of it, and nothing would be any different. Other than we would not get some itty bitty titties. That's the only thing. People.
And some dude wouldn't have got his dick wet. That was it.
Yeah.
And he was already plowing the village girls. So.
Oh yeah. You ain't gonna make me believe a little cocaine Mike wasn't damn fucking some of them damn village bitches off.
Yeah, you know it. It. Yeah.
I filled in those blanks when I seen old boy bumping the cocaine. Do what you was doing, Mike. You sick son of a bitch.
Nobody ever told him about coke dick though.
Hey, I don't know about coke dick. I've never done coke.
I've never had a dick, but I know what coke dick is.
You've never had a dick? Like you're on baby number 4. You've had dick.
Too much. Too much.
Oh,
but yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like, to me, and not to like spoil it for when we like do the 4-parter, is just like, again, like I've watched the majority of these like, cannibal and exploitative-esque films, and like, but Ferox always stands up for me because there's not a lot of downtime. You're always kind of being fed some form of the storyline, either what happened previously or what's currently happening, or from somebody else's different perspective. And it doesn't give you so much that documentary feeling, but on the bookend, so in the beginning and the end. And I do like that. I do like documentary style, but there have been other, and not to spoil it, but there's another one in this trilogy that you're gonna cover that I fucking loathe how much downtime there is. And you could easily, on one of these movies, cut, I would say, a good 45 minutes to almost an hour of just bulk bullshit out. But that's what I like about Ferox, is it keeps it fucking rolling and keeps it interesting right to the end.
Hey, so as I said earlier, we're going to do a final full on at the end of this whole threesome thing. We're going to read them all. but we're going to do each episode. We're going to rate each movie. So, sis, where we at on Cannibal Ferox? Fuck
Oh,
kill.
oh, this is a Mary. This will always be a Mary for me.
Hey, there
Yeah,
you go.
always.
Hey, for me, it's not a Mary, but it's a good fun fuck.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
it's a fuck.
I can respect that.
Like it's a, it's not one I could pop in every day, but it was fun, and it was like it's a friends with benefit. That they're supposed to be fun.
It's like
if you,
titty preference. You like your titties a little bit bigger. I like mine a little bit smaller. And so, a little bit.
to
We
each
both like
their own, and so
titties.
and so I do appreciate a movie that gives me some boobies, that automatically in my book gives your grade a little bump. It's like, if I'm a teacher and I want to give a little student a little extra bump, titties in the horror movies gives you a few extra points for me, damn it. And so, and for this one, it's like, as soon as this one started and you started getting to know the characters, you already kind of knew, like, okay, bitch, you're showing me your titties later. We get it.
Yeah. It's like when you hit a certain IQ threshold, it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna see your titties, but I am gonna see yours.
I knew I wasn't gonna get Beth titties in this movie.
No.
Even though part of me I wanted to see, because Beth a couple times had a little tank top on and shit. I'm like, I wonder what her boobies look like. But hey, we get it. Sometimes we're not gonna get the cream of the crop, damn it. We're gonna get sloppy seconds. And Pat, you were the sloppy seconds.
Yes, you were.
And you gave us your itty bitty titties the best you could. But hey, like I said, and I had a feeling going into it that it was gonna be a merit for you, because it's like, one of your, and for me, like I said, friends with benefits. It's a fun fuck. I will watch it again. It was, for it to be something that I just recently watched for the first time, as much as, because I can watch movies like this and see certain things and joke about it. And the ones that I can, and movies that I can see that type of stuff and joke about it, makes me like it even more. Like, I can pick out the little cheesy stuff that went on, the stuff that these badass Gen X motherfuckers didn't take a sip of water at all on Amazon, people. Cocaine and whiskey.
Yep.
That's all we really need, man. No matter what happens in this world, if we can get our hands on some cocaine and whiskey,
we're fine. We'll survive.
We're gonna be okay. We're gonna make it. The Gen X people will. I don't know about all you little other trigger motherfuckers. Y'all might be in for a world of hurt.
Yeah. No, I couldn't see some of these snowflakes get dropped off in the jungle and being able to survive what some of these people survived, even as long as they did.
They would not. They would. Yeah.
They'd be too busy asking what their pronouns were.
Oh, this is true. We ain't got enough time on the show to go down that hole. Hey, that shit just gives me a headache trying to think about it. Shit.
I know. That's why I'm out. Don't worry, I'm on my way out of HR for that very reason.
Hey, there's a person that works at a hospital where I'm at, and every time I had, before I used to have to go in there and check on people and stuff like that. I'd go in there, and it was a he.
A Pat.
But it looked like a she. And I remember I'd go in there, and because I'm from the South, I grew up, like, if we did not say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, we're going to get your ass whooped. You getting your ass whooped. You saying that shit. And so when I would go in there and I'm looking at somebody that's got a dress on, they got long hair, makeup, all done up. And then you ask me something and I say, yes, ma'am, to you. And then you look at me and go, I'm not a ma'am. Well,
what are you then?
My high school education Southern ass cannot comprehend what we're doing right now. And so I'm still, every time, like, if I had to go into that place right now and that person's sitting there, I'm just like, I don't know, dude. Hey,
Well, you gotta love the South. There's no filter. So it wasn't too long ago. I was somewhere. I think I was actually picking up food. I wasn't paying much attention. The food was taking forever for me to take it out, and there was and you couldn't tell what it was.
Mhm.
There is a kind of conglomeration, masculine, feminine features, kind of like gender neutral clothing. It's a whole white guy. Like, he's been knocking at death's door for at least 20 years, begging to be let in. Like he's
Yeah.
this fucking old white guy. And goes to say, like, yeah, ma'am, we need a table for two. And it starts talking. It goes, I don't know what y'all are, but can I get a table? And you could tell by the person's facial expression they were really offended. And he was just like, well, what you expect me to say? You look like a man, but you say, or no, you look like a woman, but you sound like a man. You get me a table. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I love the sound.
I am really impressed at how your Chicago accent.
Oh, it's gone.
It's out there. It's no longer there.
No.
You have embraced the twang.
You'll never get me back up north. But it's funny though, is like I'll talk to like my family from up north, and they have a real nasally thing, and we kind of talk like because we're from the Midwest, but we talk at the back of our nose. So if I'll start talking to some of my family, I'll start picking it up and sounding like I'm from Illinois again, but I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. And then I'll immediately get around somebody who's like got a little bit of the twang. I'm like, oh, there, that feels better. And then mine will come back.
Yeah, because I remember growing up in South Carolina, I never really noticed. I knew I had an accent. I never really think nothing about it until I left, joined the military, and was gone. And I remember when I would, like, even now, because I'm not around it every day, when I, like, if I talk to Dad or somebody or Jacob or, I hear it now. Like, I can hear the Southern twang where before I didn't. And then I'm like listening to it, and I'm going, that's how I sound to everybody. That's the way I
you must feel a little, don't you? Just like,
yeah.
Oh man, I shouldn't be judging people.
Yeah, like holy shit, like this is what people hear when they talk to my country ass. Like this is it. Because I hear it now, like when I talk to Dad or Jonathan. Jonathan's not as bad. For some reason, Jonathan has been able to kind of deflect.
He's got less of an accent than I do.
Yeah, like Jonathan deflects it. Like, but like if I talk to like Jacob and Dad, I can hear it. And when I hear that, I'm going like, holy fuck, that's what people hear when they talk to me. Because people ask me all the time, like, where are you from? And part of me just want to start going like from Jersey.
Just to fuck with them.
Yeah. Where are you from? Jersey? Not even having that look like, what? New Jersey, bitch. New Jersey. And because they're like Boston or one of them places. I just wanted to like spit that out there because they hear it and they automatically just assume like, oh, you're from the South. But yeah, we done totally got off the fucking
It's fine. You've been drinking and I'm pregnant, so like I mean I don't keep a train of thought anyways.
Like I said, I'm drinking for 3 people.
Yeah.
Me, Chris, and the baby. I'm drinking for all of us. Not all heroes wear capes, damn it. Some of us wear hoodies and drink Gentleman Jack. Fuck.
I say your liver might have some scar tissue in the shape of a cape. It's doing it.
Hey. I'm proud of you, buddy. You're holding up. You're keeping us in there. You're keeping us in the game, liver. Good job. But hey, you've got us a married and a friends with benefits. Fuck. Like I said, this isn't going to be the overall. When this all next 3 weeks wraps up, we will talk about, like I said, there's going to be a 4-way, foursome. Take it how y'all want. But hey, we're going to get on here. We're going to break down all 3 of these movies. We're going to rate them on which one we'd rather fuck, marry, kill. So,
absolutely.
Hey, if everybody who listens along, whose comments, follows along, hey, I appreciate it. Like I said, I know we are not everybody's cup of tea here, people. My goal is not to be everybody's we're going to do us. We're going to be me, and fuck the masses. We're going to have a good time. And so,
Vibe with your tribe.
Yeah.
Roll with your folks.
exactly. You know, all you cannibal motherfuckers, we love you all. Hey, I want to do this again. I can't wait to do it again.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, I know. I was like saying, I felt a little rusty, but now it feels good kind of getting back into the swing of shit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this fucking again. Like, absolutely.
Oh yeah, like I said, on this we got us a swinging door here at this shit show. Like I said, hey, we never have a plan, and hey, I don't know what next. I do know what next week's bringing. Next week,
yeah, I better hope.
yeah, next week we're gonna be talking about jungle cannibals. That
Jungle Holocaust.
huh?
There you go.
Jungle Holocaust. That's what we're doing. Next week, Jungle Holocaust. Damn it, boy! I'm telling you.
Take another sip, Jay.
Matter of fact, I think I will. I appreciate you looking out for the family. Hey, family looking out for family, damn it.
Exactly.
Hey,
us Rollins do it.
damn right. Hey, but like I said, that's gonna be next week's show. Like I said, I had a fucking blast, and I was super excited when you told me to come in here and do this.
Thank you for having me on, man. Anytime.
Hey, so we're gonna do this again. Had a blast.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward next week to me and John talking about jungle cannibals. That's the name of it?
Holocaust.
Fuck, damn it. Jungle. Oh, is it really Jungle Holocaust?
Jungle Holocaust.
I could have sworn I Googled something earlier that was totally different.
Yeah, you got Cannibal Holocaust and Jungle Holocaust.
Yeah, I'm definitely I gotta go refill my drink. Apparently.
Your brain's over there just like Jews are eating Jews. What?
Yeah, what? I'm confused right now, damn it. But yeah, next week here's what we're going. Next week there's going to be a show.
There you go.
There will be a show next week. Tune in to listen to what we talk about. But
as long as Jay's liver holds up.
Hey, this bad boy,
it's going.
Hey, we going, damn it. Hey, I give it 4 or 5 days off. I only do this leading up to the night of the show. That's the only time I drink. I don't really ever drink any other time.
Oh, well, good.
Like, yeah. So like my liver knows it has a good 6 days to recuperate. And then it knows on recording days
it's time to take a pounding.
It's time for you to strap up, motherfucker. We got to go. And so it knows on day 6 we're gonna have to get dirty. We're gonna have to get in the fight. And so tonight it has done its fight. And so we will recover later. But hey, everybody go check it out. It's free on Tubi. Tubi's free. Tubi is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Cannibal Ferox.
Cannibal Ferox.
Oh, see now.
There
you go. Put the pinky up. Cannibal Ferox. Pinky up. Hey, I just got a new notification on my computer. Just popped up right now. Josh Bowden just subscribed to the Shit Show channel.
Oh shit.
Hey, so Josh, if you hear this, I literally just got the notification. Apparently you are either lost or you are just as as we are.
Welcome to the Shit Show. I don't know.
Welcome to the fucked up family. Cheers. If you do not drink, we recommend you do drink. We go better with. But hey, we are coming to the end of another episode. Hey, I appreciate everybody sticking around, listening to us, following along, everything. Sis, I appreciate you jumping on here, and I can't wait
for having me on, man.
Can't wait.
Yes, absolutely.
And so, hey, we've reached that time of the episode, people. Where I need all of you to reach over, and I need you to grab your drinks. I need you to gather up your shit. And I need y'all to get the fuck out of here.